In a quiet corner of the city stood an old, shabby little hut, its roof cracked and cold wind seeping through every gap. Dampness filled the corners, and the faint sound of the wind made the night feel even lonelier. Inside, a mother and her two young children, Sam and Rosa, sat huddled together, wrapped in a thin blanket, shivering in silence. It was Christmas Eve. The world outside sparkled with joy, warmth, and laughter. Through the broken window, they could see distant houses glowing with Christmas trees, shining lights, and piles of gifts. But in their own small home, there was only one broken candle and half a loaf of bread left. Sam looked up with hopeful eyes and asked softly, "Mom, isn't Santa coming this year?" The mother tried to smile, though her tired eyes carried the weight of quiet sadness. "Maybe Santa lost his way, sweetheart," she said gently, "or maybe he'll come in some other form." The children went silent, staring at the small flame of hope flickering in their mother's eyes. The cold grew harsher, the night felt longer, and the darkness slowly filled the little hut. The mother lit the broken candle, the tiny flame struggled but finally glowed, casting a fragile warmth across their faces. That faint light filled the room with an odd sense of peace, like a whisper of faith in the freezing night. Suddenly, a faint knock echoed at the door, slow, hesitant, and weak. The mother opened it to find an old woman standing outside, shivering, her clothes torn, her hands trembling in the cold wind. "Daughter," the old woman said softly, "I haven't eaten in 3 days. Could you spare a little food?" Without a moment's hesitation, the mother took the half loaf of bread and handed it to her. Sam and Rosa stared in disbelief, their small faces filled with confusion and concern. "Mom," Sam whispered, "what will we eat now?" The mother smiled gently and said, "Sometimes, feeding someone else is the biggest gift you can give." The old woman's eyes filled with tears as she whispered, "God is watching over you." She turned slowly and walked away into the snowy night, her shadow fading under the streetlight. The mother closed the door quietly, her heart calm even though the hunger remained. The little candle continued to burn, its flame steady, as if blessing their small act of kindness. Hours passed, and night slowly melted into dawn. Another knock came at the door, this time, firm and clear. The mother opened it to see a kind man from the nearby church standing outside, smiling gently. "Last night," he said, "an old woman told us about a family here that needed help." He carried baskets of food, warm clothes, and a small wooden Christmas tree covered with little paper stars. Sam and Rosa's eyes lit up. They jumped with joy, laughter echoing through the cold morning air. The mother stood still, tears rolling down her cheeks, but these were tears of gratitude, not sorrow. She smiled at her children and said softly, "See, my dear? Santa did come, just in a form we didn't recognize." That evening, the family gathered again, lighting the same broken candle that had guided them through the night before. There were still no decorations, no fancy gifts, no glowing lights from outside, only that small flame and their warm smiles. But this time, the room wasn't dark, it was filled with love, peace, and light that came from the heart. The candle flickered gently as if whispering that kindness itself was the truest form of Christmas magic. The family sat together, sharing warmth, gratitude, and faith that tomorrow would be better. This story teaches us that there is no darkness greater than poverty, but even the smallest act of kindness can light up that darkness.